I'm back. Now, what we learned today in class was all about graphing equations in slope-intercept form. So you already know what slope-intercept form is, right? So it's y equals mx plus b. You learned that all last week. Now let's go over some vocabulary. The number in front of the x is always called the slope. What's another name for slope? You already learned that in class. It's rate of change. Okay, that's the rate of change. The b is the big B, right? The y-intercept. So this is your y-intercept. Or we could also call it the initial value. Okay, you already know all of this. Now what's going to happen today is I'm going to give you the equation of the line, and I want you to draw the line for me. Last week, I gave you the line, and you had to create the equation. Now today, I'm actually going to give you the line, the equation of the line, and you have to draw the line. So let's go over the first example. We have y equals 2x plus 6. So I want you to graph this, okay? First of all, you already know some pieces of information already. You know that this number right here is your slope, so we're going to put m equals 2. Now, slope is rise over run. So this is your rise, we need a run. Whenever you see a whole number, automatically this number will be a 1. So you know that the rise is 2 and the run is 1. I like putting arrows to tell me the direction of the slope. So this is a positive slope, right? Because this is a positive 2. That means this 2 is going to go up. So I put a little arrow going up. This will all make sense when we start graphing. This 1 is positive, so positive numbers are to the right. Remember, the top number is rise, so that one's either going to go up or down, and this one is run, which is left or right. We know that this number, this 6, is called your B, or your y-intercept. And we already learned in class that we write it as 0, 6. So this is kind of like your directions of how to graph, okay? So now, here we go. The reason why this is called B is because that's where we're going to begin the graph. We're going to begin the graph at 0, 6. So you go to the y-axis. The y-intercept is the single lady in the y-axis. She's the single lady on the y-axis. Start at the origin, positive 6. So you're going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's where you're going to draw your big fat dot. That's your B, your y-intercept. Now from that dot, now you're going to follow the slope. Okay? From this dot, you're going to do 2 up and 1 to the right. 2 up, 1 to the right. You have to do it until you reach the top of the line. So let's go. 1, 2, 1 to the right. Here's my little mini dot. Keep on going. You're not done. 2 up, 1 to the right. 2 up, 1 to the right. I managed to pull one right here. Do you guys start seeing how the line is forming? Eventually the line's going to go over here. Now we need to find out this piece of the line. Simple. Go back to the big dot right here, the y-intercept. Now instead of going 2 up, you're going to go the opposite, 2 down. So from here we're going to go 2 down, 1, 2. And instead of going to the right, you're going to go to the left 1. Boom. You start seeing how the line is forming? Keep on doing that until you reach the end of the paper. 2 down, 1 to the left. 2 down, 1 to the left. 2 down, 1 to the left. Keep on going. Look at this beautiful line that you're creating. And then you're going to grab your trusty little ruler. You see this? Connect the dots. Boom, boom. Don't forget to draw your arrows. I told you in class today that if you don't draw your arrows, then you're going to get minus points. Okay? That's that beautiful line in y equals mx plus b, or slope-intercept form. And I also told you to grab the name of the line and put it right here at the top. So y equals 2x plus 6. And that's it. That's how you graph a line in slope-intercept form. Some teachers are going to teach you how to do the t-table. We're going to skip that because we're going to go straight to this. This is actually a lot more easier. Now let me ask you another question. Is this line proportional or not proportional? Good. It's not proportional. The reason why it's non-proportional, let me write that down, non-proportional. It's non-proportional because look, this line does not intersect the origin. If it would have gone through the origin like this, that would be proportional. But since it's not in the origin, this is called non-proportional. And you're done. That's it. Simple. And then, look, double check. If you go from left to right, what's happening to your line? Look. it's going up. That means it's a positive slope. And look, we started off with a positive slope. That means you did your graph right. Let's do another one. Yeah, another one. Let's do this one. Y equals negative 3x minus 4. Okay? Ooh, it's a negative slope. Scary. Don't be scared. They're all the same. Let's look for your m. Your m is the number in front of the x. So the number in front of the x is negative 3. So it's going to be negative 3. So your rise is negative 3. You need a run. Your run will automatically be what? Okay? So because this is negative, the negative only belongs to the 3. The negative does not belong to the 1. Because it's negative, you go 3 down. And then this one will always go to the right. And then your b is this guy right here. Your big B is going to be 0, negative 4. Now you're ready. We begin with the big B, with the y-intercept. This is where we're going to begin the graph. So we're going to go to the y-axis. The B is the single lady on the y-axis. 0, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my big fat dot. Boom. You're done with that one. Now you're going to graph the slope. From that dot, you're going to go 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right. So 1, 2, 3 down, 1 to the right. Boom. See that? Keep on doing it until you can't do it anymore. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. Boom. Did you just start seeing my line forming? So eventually my line's going to look like something like this. Look. Okay? Since we ran out of space, I go back to my big B. Now you're going to do the opposite. Instead of going down 3, you're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And instead of going to the right, you're going to go to the left 1. So boom. There it is. Do you start seeing how my line is forming? Keep on doing it. 1, 2, 3. 1 to the left. 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 Look at this beautiful line. Grab your trusty ruler. Boom! Don't forget to draw your arrows. Arrows. And then at the end, label your line. When I say label, that means just write the name like this. Negative 3x minus 4. Perfect. That will give you 10 points on the test. You graphed it correctly and you labeled it. Now, will this be proportional or non-proportional? Think about it. Did it intercept the origin? No, it didn't. So this is a non-proportional graph. And then check it. If you go from left to right, what's happening to your line? It's going down. And it makes sense. Look, your slope started at negative 3. So that means that is correct. Let's do another one. A lot of you guys are like, well, what happens if it's proportional? Let's do a proportional one. Don't be scared. It's the same thing. Let's give you this one. Y equals negative 3x. Okay? First step, label your slope. M equals, it's the number in front. That's your slope. Negative 3. Remember, we want to put it over 1 because slope is rise over run. So you need to have something here. Because this 3 is negative, are you going to go up or are you going to go down? Yeah, you're right. You go down 3. That 1 will always go to the right. That will never go to the left. Your B, okay? Oh, shoot. I don't have a B. There's nothing here. So if there's nothing there, that means your B is 0, 0. Which means this has to be proportional because proportional starts at the origin. See? See how all the math comes together? Here we go. We begin on the B, the beginning, the y-intercept. So 0, 0. So 0, 0 is the origin. This is where I might do my big dot right there. Okay? From that big dot, I'm going to follow this direction. 3 down, 1 to the right. 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 Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. Do you start seeing how my graph is actually forming here? Eventually it's going to go like this, like that. Okay? Now look. Clearly that's a negative slope, which is good. If you would have done this, 3 down, and then 1 to the left, you would have been graphing a positive slope, which is wrong. So that's how you could check if you're doing it right. Since I don't have any more space, I go to the big B. Instead of going 3 down, I'm going to go 3 up. So 1, 2, 3. And then instead of going to the right, I'm going to go to the left. Boom. 1, 2, 3 up, 1 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the left. And there's my straight line. Grab your trusty ruler. Bam! There it is. Boom! There it is. Don't forget to label it. My label is y equals negative 3x. Now, simple. Proportional or non-proportional? Look at this one. We compare this one with that one. Do you see how that one crosses the origin? So this is going to be a proportional graph. And then when we do t-tables, you're going to find out that proportional is going to be starting at the origin. Can you see it? Okay. Next one. Let's do one more. Y equals x. Okay? Y equals x. Now, what's the number in front of the x here? You don't see it, but it's actually 1. Okay? So then your m is equal to 1. Okay? Your b is 0, 0. Okay? So that's your b, 0, 0. Okay? So start at the origin, 0, 0. 1 up, 1, 2. Oh, whoops, I forgot. Look, make it into a fraction. Rise over run. That means it's positive 1, and then 1 to the right, like that, right? Because if one's positive, you go up. Okay? So you're going to go 1 up, 1 to the right. 1 up, 1 to the right. 1 up, 1 to the right. Look at all these dots. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop, I don't have any more room. Go back to the original dot and do the opposite. 1 down, 1 to the left. 1 down, 1 to the left. Keep on doing it until you can't do it anymore to make a perfect straight line. There it is. Graph it. Boom. Boom. There it is. Label it. Y equals x. Is that proportional or non-proportional? Does it go compare this one with this one? Does this one go through the origin? Yeah, it does. So this is what we call proportional. Okay? So that's how you graph equations in slope-intercept forms if the slopes are whole numbers. Tomorrow, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Graph something like this. It looks scary, but it's actually very easy. Actually, students think that this is more easier than whole number slopes. Okay? If you have any other questions, rewind the video, watch the problems again, and I'll see you in the next lesson.